Hi folks, Crazy Climber 80 here again. This time we're going to take a look at a game called The Super Spy, which was created in 1990 by SNK for the Neo Geo cabinet, and it's one of the earliest Neo Geo games. The first one might have been NAM 1970, or I think 70 or whatever it was called. At any rate, this is a first-person shooter type perspective game. You see your fists, and you see whatever weapon you hold. And you go through these buildings where these terrorists are, and you can either punch. You can also get weapons like knives that get dull after use. You can also get handguns, and you can get machine guns. I'm not crazy about it because it's way too long. I seldom use punch. I don't like it. Even a dull knife, the knife dulls with use. Even a dull knife is better than a punch, in my opinion. But again, it's a very long game. There's 2 missions. One mission has 4 buildings you have to navigate, and if you don't draw a map, you can get lost. And I had to get maps, otherwise I knew I'd get lost. But the first mission is 4 buildings. The second one is 16 buildings. That's a bunch of crap. Oops, I was busy reading that stuff and I got nailed. But the enemies can punch you, they can kick you. From the beginning, you have weapons. You have a knife and you have a handgun. And there's certain doors you can go in and get. Well, that was helpful. There's certain doors you can go in and get information. There's some doors you can go in to get your health replenished. And there's some buildings you can go in to get keys that you need to open certain doors or elevators. Basically what you want to do is get to the elevator that takes you to the next floor. If you're gonna use your fist, it's good to like strafe, just kind of move back in a position real quick, punch and get out of there. Although if you have time to lay in a combo, you can knock them out. And sometimes some enemies will jump out of the picture, and you might not have to deal with them anymore. The idea behind this game is not bad, but it just went on way too long. It gets very repetitive, very tiring. I don't really like this game. Like I said, it's old. You really don't need to listen to every bit of info these hostages have. It's not really interesting and generally not helpful, and certainly not conducive with you beating the level. I show later in this video all the maps, and they're really kind of hard to see what you need to do, so I'll try to explain what you do to get to the next level or the next building or whatever. See, the knife turns brown when it's dull, but even when it's dull, I think it's better than using your fists. Oh, and in some rooms you can get the machine gun. Ba-ding. That's very nice. With each bullet that it shows, it on the counter on the top left of the screen, you get like a little side-to-side burst. So really, one bullet really means probably like 6 or so. And there'll be areas. Oops, I'm low on energy. Yeah, if you get low on energy, use up your bullets. And just make sure that you're left with no weapons if you're about to die. You know, other than your knife or your fist. And this is the part of the game I hate. If you have nothing or no no walls on your left or your right, and you have to go up. The game doesn't seem to recognize that you want to go up sometimes. You're holding up when the arrow says up, and for some reason you don't go up, and some more enemies jump down and attack you. It's a bunch of crap. There's this goofy monocled guy. Yeah, I don't think I needed to go through here. Like I said, the first building has four rooms: floor 1, floor 2, floor 3, and 4 floors. Floor 1, floor 2, floor 3, and then you go all the way down to B1. And there you have to get a key. Yeah, and some rooms will show you the map, and that's the first floor map. And there's a heal room. Too much blood. I'll treat it. Blood, stop. I'm stronger now. Well, why is that guy saying that? He's not bleeding. There's a bit of English in this game. Now I found the elevator. Now I'm going up to floor 2. Yeah, the first three rooms you can get lost in, so you have to really pay attention to the maps, and I'll show all the maps later. Well, some of the floors don't have maps. All the floors on this first mission have maps. And yeah, the first one did. I've got the maps on a piece of paper in front of me, and I kind of made my own, did my own writing, so it's hard to read. But there's a that guy jumped out of the way. That's good, so I don't have to fight him anymore. But yeah, I really don't get that. That's a programming error or something. But you should be able to move upwards whenever that arrow says up. And if you get into a position where you're not standing there just right, you won't move up. I need to move over to the left a little bit more. But it's really a pain in the ass. Another reason I'm not crazy about this game. Some of the enemies will try to get just out of your range when you're trying to hit this guy. This guy is funny. He can headbutt you, and he can try to stab you in the face with a chisel. And he has a spray can. Only at one point in the game will he spray your eyes, and it's like some sort of poison spray. Ouch! Yeah, I got my initials in. At one point in the game I cheated, but that's not until in the second building. Yeah, punching really, I think, is a absolute last resort. No, you could still go with a rusty knife, and I think it's better. And there are some rooms where you can get a new knife. Yeah, you can. When the enemies from the foreground come closer to you, you can kind of figure out a timing pattern where you can start hacking and slashing, and you can get in a combo they won't recover from, and they'll fly backwards. Yeah, some enemies will try to get out of your range. Like I said, use up your firing weapons with each life. Don't spare any bullets. There is also an option to block. If you press A and B together. Here I think I get a key. No, not from this door. Yeah, there are some rooms that nothing happens. Ouch. I think they had this game at Tiger Fred Meyer in their Neo Geo cabinet. It might have been like with World Heroes or something. That was back in like 93 or 94 probably. That was when I was a custodian for the company. My God, that was a long time ago. Now we go up to the 3rd floor. What happened to the music? Okay, there we go. But yeah, I'll switch back to the handgun. Yeah, always halfway through a hallway when you're walking straight down one, you'll be stopped and enemies will come back. And you can't strafe to the left or right while you're in this type of hallway. Which way do I want to move? That way. Oops, out of bullets. You can't get your bullets replenished as far as I know, which blows, but you know, if you could get like more machine gun ammo. Yeah, there's a little room in which you don't have to be exactly in front of the enemy. You can still hurt him when you swing your weapon. The bald guy trying to headbutt me makes me laugh. You dick, die. Good. Oops, I'm out. Yikes! Yeah, those guys with the machine guns, they can shoot you. So you can duck by pressing down. That's really the only time you ever need to duck, I think. I never really use block. In general, you don't have to use block or duck, I don't think. If you get the guy with a quick enough knife combo, they can't usually escape, and they'll be dead soon enough. This guy just tells you there are 10 new bombs right now. You just need to get to the last elevator, and you'll automatically disarm bombs. And in some scenarios, like the one coming up in the next building, you have to get into a certain room to get a key. But my God, does this action get repetitive? There's things in the background you can damage by like either shooting them or knocking an enemy into those things. See, like the pipes that burst open in the background. But they don't really do anything to damage enemies or anything, I don't think. And like I said, really having a rusty knife, I think, is better than using your fists. Oh. Well, I needed that when I was dying, but I couldn't clear the enemies quick enough. I do like that you can shoot holes in the glass. Not that it has any bearing or anything. It doesn't give you any points or nothing. That alarm you can't help. Whoops, I'm out. Yeah, it's easier to get on an attack combo with your knife than your fists. Yikes. This has sort of semi-RPG elements where you can raise the power of your character. And raise your power, you can raise your agility, attack, stuff like that. And there's a little meter up at the top, and you get those raised by killing enemies. At a certain point, you'll hear a certain tone where your level goes up or something. These guys make me think of McDonald's, not just because of the color of their outfits, but makes me think of ketchup and mustard. A lot of time, those white-clad terrorists, ninjas or whatever they are, will jump off the screen and not come back. So you might get lucky and not have to always deal with it. There, I think that might have meant I went up a level. And when you die, you always pick right up on where your levels were. And I'm trying to. I don't like the way they set that up. The panel up in the top right just shows which directions you can go, and I think that should be replaced with a little mini map showing where you are on the floor plan, and like a little light blinking where the elevator is or whatever at the end of the floor. Yeah, like I said, this game is just way too long. But yep, don't rely on your fist. It's easier to get off a slash combo that the enemy can't get away from than with a fist combo. You sometimes you'll catch them being extremely lazy terrorists. They'll be having a smoke when you come across them. Yeah, the Neo Geo cabinet was created in 1990. Oops, duck, damn it. Yeah, you could also knee, and if you have a weapon like a gun, you can hit your enemies with the butt of the gun. You don't really need to strafe with the knife. You just hold still as long as you're in the right position and just keep wailing, and they shouldn't be able to get out of it. Not often, anyways. Sometimes their advice is pretty cryptic. Duck, damn it, duck. Shoot. I mean, you can shoot them if you want to and kill them for experience points, but it's better to just duck. You just need to, in this game, you basically just need to learn how to get yourself in position where you can pull off a knife combination and they won't be able to get away from it. There's the bald mad scientist kind of guy, I guess that's what he is. Yeah, your knife. Yeah, he can jump off the screen, but he'll come right back. Yikes. Duck. Damn it, duck. I wasn't paying attention. Crap. Yikes. McDonald's guy killed me. I haven't even finished the first fucking mission yet. This is a bunch of crap that I have to wait this long. Or I have to go through the game this long. I'm not gonna go through the whole game. I'm gonna beat this first floor on this first building. The second building, you don't have to go through all of the floors, but you do have to go through most of them. There's like a few that you can skip, and there's really not much to do on them. Later when I show the maps, it's hard to see, it's hard to see, but I'll try to briefly explain what goes on. Oh, I'm supposed to go through there, but there was something I had to do. Now I have to go back into a certain room. And on this particular floor, let me look here. I was supposed to go back and fight a couple guys. There's one room where you get a key and the first and second card. Maybe I just have to go in there. Oh, great. I didn't really need it, I think. Oh, could have gotten shot there, but I didn't. It's total crap, I think, that every few steps you go, you get attacked. This game is just so repetitive and annoying, and it's so long. I really can't recommend it. Some people probably like it, but the idea is good, but it just certainly has its flaws. And the knife combos will be your best friend, as will whatever guns you have. Later on in the game, I put on cheats, and I used the machine gun with infinite bullets, which was pretty awesome. It still sucked having to fight enemies every few paces or so. I think there were a couple other games that were like this for the Neo Geo. Some rooms it'll say nobody is here. So you'll be like, oh crap, I guess I didn't need to go in here. And when I get out, I'm gonna get attacked again. Ouch! Yeah, I skipped it. Once I got to the second floor, then I stopped the video and picked up where I met the final boss of the game. But again, I'll show the maps later, and I'll explain what you have to do on each one generally. But yet, to beat an arcade game only by making maps for yourself of a bunch of floors, I think is a bunch of bullshit. You should never have to do that for an arcade game. Yeah, here's one of the rooms. Here's a room I have to go to and beat these guys and get keys to get through the elevator and go to the next mission. Friggin' lumberjack guys. I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. I think that's funny that the building for Mission 2 is called the Tadoya building, and it's a parody of Toyota. I beat one guy. Yeah, when your experience goes up, then you can take multiple hits with each bar of life. Yeah, I think I'm out of ammo. Like the death sound when you get killed. But yeah, knives are pretty helpful. Now it's starting to turn brown. That's a pretty shitty knife that gets rusty that easily. I mean, it should be red, not brown. Just like pretty much all of the Neo Geo games, this was also for the home system, I believe. I think it was called AES, and the cartridge games for the Neo Geo arcade cabinet were called MVS. Cool. I don't have to deal with his ass anymore. And there's that safe, and now it says in because I got the key, or the keys from beating those lumberjack guys. Open the safe room. We destroyed the factory and the plans. 6 of 10 bombs are gone. I guess the other 4 bombs are somewhere in here or something. Yeah, the Todoya. And you see the cars there. Yeah, it's a silly parody. But yeah, I skipped ahead to the boss of this level just because it's just way too long. Like I said, 16 floors. Even though a few of them you don't have to go to, it's still a bunch of crap. I'll just skip ahead to the boss in just a minute. Like I said, I put cheats on before I got to the boss and put on infinite machine gun and infinite bullets. Yeah, this is just before the boss in the 16th building. Yeah, it's the I think pretty much the 8th to 13th building you don't have to go to, or something like that. Or maybe it's the 9th to 13th building you don't have to go to. See how much quicker it is when you have a machine gun with infinite bullets. Pretty nice. Lumberjack guy, and you get there again. And in here you have to actually face like the president of Todoya Corporation or something. And then you'll win the game and finally get a little relief. So why can't you shoot the glass in his windows? He has this little jump kick that can be kind of annoying, I guess. Unless, of course, you have an Uzi in your arsenal. Yeah. You got really no way of knowing whether or not they're gonna die soon until they start blinking. Yeah, don't worry about that. It's over. You don't have to fight any clones or any garbage. Guys, this game is just so annoying. I'm really not a fan of it. Just too goddamn long. Although, of course, if you have a memory card and you get pretty far on the home system, you can use the memory card from that and put it in a Neo Geo cabinet and pick up where you left off on the arcade version, which is pretty nice. And I have a memory card. Unfortunately, I don't have the home system, so I can't play pick up where I left off on a home system and be far on the arcade game, so that's alright, maybe someday. The Neo Geo home system was and probably still is incredibly expensive to get a hold of. I haven't seen the system at any stores since it left the market. Even like GameStop or Game Trader or wherever. If I find it for not super unreasonable, I'd probably pick it up. But at any rate, that's the ending, and here come the maps for Super Spy, floor by floor. And here is the first floor of the first mission, and you just want to get to the elevator in the upper right corner. And on the map, they'll show blue where the elevators are often. And on the second floor, you just want to get to the elevator in the upper left corner. Again, there are heal rooms that you might think about, machine gun rooms, but generally that's all you have to do is get to the elevator. Then on the third floor, the elevator is in the upper right. Excuse me. And then again, the next floor you go to is floor B1. And then there's a couple enemies in a floor towards the top and on the right, and you have to fight the enemies there. And then in the upper left corner of the floor is the final room you want to get into, the safe room. Then it's on to mission 2, where floor 1 doesn't have a map, and neither does floor 2. They're very short. The third floor, you just want to get in the elevator on the left side, the single room down there. And then on floor 4, there's 2 elevators, but you want to take the one in the top right. The top left elevator gets you to floor 12, and you don't need to go there. So just take the floor to floor 5, the elevator to floor 5. And on floor 5, there's also a elevator to 12. You don't want to take that. You want to take the top right elevator again. Then on floor 6, there's a key that you have to pick up, and that's in the center room at the top. And then the elevator will be the room on the right at the top. And then on floor 7, you have to get a key in the top room, or the second room from the far left at the top, and then the room at the far left on the top is the elevator. Then in the 8th floor, you just need to go to the room on your right. That's an elevator to 9. And there's no more maps until floor 14. And you want to get to the top right room. Then for the 15th floor, you need to get... you need to get to the top. There's a key you have to get in the right corner, and then you have to get to the elevator at the top. And then on the 16th floor is the boss at the way top, and that's all you have to fight. But that's the Super Spy by SNK in 1990, and again, it's one of the earliest arcade releases for the Neo Geo system. And it's got a home version, and I'm not really a big fan of it. It's long, slow, and incredibly repetitive, and the game cheats on you in certain ways. Anyway, that's Super Spy by SNK in 1990. This is Crazy Climber 80 saying thanks for watching. I'll be back later with another video. Take it easy. Bye.